Hello everyone and welcome to the video. Today we are looking at the top 6 teams that you might like to manage in Football Manager 22. Before we get into them, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing, hit the like and let's get into it. Starting with PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. Now this is going to be a bit of a short-term save, this one. However, it is a save filled with possibilities. You have the squad that every manager dreams of. Superstar signings throughout the whole squad and an amazing transfer budget to top it all off. The recent signings of Sergio Ramos will definitely shore up your defence for sure. Add in Wijnaldum, a world-beating midfielder from Liverpool, and your midfield is set. And then of course you get to the front three of Neymar, who is just phenomenally good on Football Manager. Look at these attributes, my days. Only 28 years old as well. You've still got another 3-4 great seasons out of him. You have Mbappe, who is arguably the greatest striker of his generation, other than Haaland. So you have a world beater in your hands already. But then you have arguably the best footballer who's ever graced the planet in Lionel Messi. Recently joined PSG. And of course you would expect him to create some magic with those boots. And if that doesn't work, you've still got a Cardi on the bench who can probably score 30 goals a season too, so you're not doing too badly up front. Now of course Ligue 1 shouldn't really be a challenge for you. PSG have won the title 7 out of the last 8 years. I would expect you would win the next one quite easily, especially with that front three. However, there is something PSG are longing for, and that is the Champions League. Now they made the final in 2019-2020, but that is not enough for PSG. With the amount of investment the owners have put in and the calibre of players you have, the Champions League has to be your first and foremost priority. With these players and an unlimited transfer budget, the world really is your oyster. The Champions League is within your grasp. All you have to do is win it. It's easy as that. Now this is a short-term save, of course. It shouldn't really take you more than 2-3 seasons to win the Champions League. So once you're done with that one, let's have a look at this next save. And that is Manchester United. A powerhouse of a team throughout history has dominated England, but in the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, they've been nowhere near. Solskjaer's been at the wheel and he's been driving terribly, with a squad filled with stars, such as Fernandes, Pogba, Ronaldo even. Man United should be challenging for the league title, but they're not. There are world beaters everywhere. David De Gea, solid in goal. Of course, Varane, a new signing, shores up the defence 100%. Fernandes, previously mentioned, a world-class midfielder, arguably the best midfielder in the world. Add in Pogba, Sancho, and even Rashford. United should be dominating England, but there's one reason why they're not. Now it's no secret that Fred, McTominay and Van de Beek just aren't good enough for Man United. Everybody can see it, and this is where your short-term challenge comes in. Everywhere barring those 2 central midfield positions are absolutely solid in this squad. So it is up to you to invest wisely in that position, because Man United last won the title almost a decade ago, and it's time that changed. Within 2 or 3 seasons, you should be champion of England. Another short-term save ticked off. But if you're after something a little bit longer, let's check out this next save. And for that next save, we are staying in the Premier League with Newcastle United. Of course, they've just been took over by PIF and have unlimited amounts of money. But the first 11 is still terrible. Steve Bruce has done what he could, but it has not been good enough. It is time for a change, and it's time for investment. So if you're after a medium-term save, this could be the one for you. Now the squad arguably only has one player you might actually want to keep, and that is Alan Saint-Maximin. A fantastic player. It could be a player for you to build your squad around, but with the amount of money you have, you'll probably be able to attract anybody that you really want. Every position within this squad needs to be revamped, improved. Of course you do have Joe Willock who could potentially play a part, but there's better players out there for sure. And up front is definitely a concern for Newcastle United. Callum Wilson always gets injured. Joe Linton Couldn't finish his breakfast. He is dreadful. So there's lots of areas that need to be improved. Now, it's not just the first 11 that needs to be improved at Newcastle United. Training facilities, youth facilities, junior coaching, youth recruitment are all average. They're all terrible. You would not expect this at a team with the most money in the world. So as part of your challenge, it's to improve all of these facilities too. Newcastle United haven't won anything in what seems like forever. The last trophy was the Championship in 2017, and that doesn't really count. But with the money, with the investment, and with your guidance, Newcastle United could become a footballing powerhouse. So with this medium-term save, medium-term challenge, the challenge is simple. Win it all. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, and everything else. Now, if Newcastle United don't tickle your fancy, let's head to Italy and have a look at the next team. AC Milan is the next medium-term save. A team who has recently undergone somewhat of a rebuild. Now, they lost Donnarumma to PSG, of course, but Mike Maignan came in from Lille. A very capable replacement, but I do think there's better out there. There are some young studs in this team, of course. We have Tomori, loads of potential in this guy. We have Kessie, who of course is phenomenal in that box-to-box position. And who could forget Sandro Tonali, a wonder kid of FMs of the past, and no doubt a wonder kid of FM22. An absolute stud to build your team around. And in the short term, you have another stud within your ranks. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, is phenomenal. An elite striker. He's won it all. He scores goals everywhere. And for the first season at least, the 38-year-old might be able to do a job for you. But if he can't, new signing Olivier Giroud might just be the guy to do that for you. Now, AC Milan will have a little bit of money in Football Manager 22, so there are some players that you could sign. And if we're being honest, those signings need to be made. It has been 10 years since AC Milan last won the league, with Juventus absolutely dominating. Now, Juventus are without Ronaldo, so maybe there's an opportunity there. But as you can see from recent years, AC Milan hasn't been in the top 3 since 2013, so there is a lot of work to do. With that being said, medium-term save within 5 years, I think it's definitely possible for you to topple Juventus's hold on the league, overcome Inter and Roma's somewhat dominance, to become the Italian powerhouse that AC Milan used to be. But if you want something longer term, let's check out this next team. And that team is, of course, Derby County. A team with history in the Premier League, but more recently in the last 20 years, have done absolutely nothing in the Championship. Now, clouded with debt, having points deducted, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Derby County, it is a perfect opportunity for that rebuild that everybody searches for. Wayne Rooney has done the best that he could, but I'm sure you'll agree, you can do better. Their squad needs overhauled completely. There are so many players who just aren't good enough for this level. When you look at Ravel Morrison as potentially being one of the best players in the team, it says it all. Derby County need help, and it's going to take some time. But with time comes opportunity. Derby County have excellent youth facilities, excellent training facilities, and good academy coaching too. So this could potentially be a bit of a root and branch save. Focus on your academy, save up all those funds, sell those wonder kids to repay the debts, and take Derby County back to the promised land. Now, Derby County have won the Premier League twice in their history, and it's up to you to try and win it that third time. But that is going to take many, many years, I'm sure. First, overhaul the squad. Second, balance the books. And third, promotion, building, and then competing. Can it be done? Well, give yourself 10 years and find out. But if you're not a fan of a total rebuild like Derby County, let's check out this final team for another long-term save. And that is Barcelona. Obviously, they have a world-class squad. They have players who are phenomenal in every single position. However, their finances are in the bin. Looking at the wages, you can see why. Every player on this page is on at least 70 grand, going all the way up to £600,000 a week. And that is a problem, because I'm sure you've seen the news. Barcelona are in debt. in very big debt at that. So stars are going to need to be sold. New signings of Depay and Aguero might be able to steady the ship a little bit, but it's going to be a case of selling the stars and rebuilding. Now, of course, Barcelona have arguably the best youth facilities in the world. State-of-the-art facilities, superb training, exceptional youth recruitment. This could be another local save. A root and branch approach. Only play academy players if you're after a long-term, and I mean really long-term save. However, you can build up those players, sell them for huge profits, and then go back to buying the best players in the world, taking Barcelona back to where they belong, on top of the football pyramid. But after Atletico Madrid won the league last year, and Real Madrid the year before, Barcelona need to worry about being top of Spain first. Playing as Barcelona without Messi is incredibly strange. However, Ansu Fati, I'm sure, will develop into an absolute stud, a world beater. Could he be as good as Messi? Well, give yourself some time and find out. So with Barcelona comes the end of this video. PSG, Man United, AC Milan, Newcastle, Derby County and Barcelona are the 6 teams that you might just fancy managing in Football Manager 22. Football Manager 22 content will be out soon on this channel as soon as the beta drops. So if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. If you're feeling super generous, drop a like on this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time.